Hello, Wiltsey students. I'm Mr. Puebla, school counselor.
And I'm Mrs. Taya, school counselor.
As you probably heard, Wiltsey is now using School Loop as part of our school-wide grading system. Many of you may already be familiar with it, especially if you have older siblings attending Chaffey Joint District. This video presentation was created to assist you with your School Loop account.
School Loop is a powerful tool. You'll be able to use it to check your current IB grades, what assignments you have due, stay updated with school news, use it for digital Dropbox, and even email your teachers directly. With that said, make sure you pay close attention as we walk you through School Loop.
School Loop has a web page made exclusively for Wiltsey, just like it does for any other school using School Loop. The easiest way to find our login page is to go to Google and type in School Loop Wiltsey. The first search result should be the web link you'll need. Go ahead and click on it.
Once you're on School Loop Wiltsey Middle School login page, you will be using a login and password which you may already be familiar with if you are not new to Wiltsey or you're a returning student. If you're a new student to our district or possibly a sixth grader and you have never logged into one of our computers or laptops here on site, then pay close attention. Your login is your first name and last name initial, followed by your student ID number. Then your temporary password is Wiltsey1. Make sure you capitalize the W. If you're not a new student to Wiltsey and you've used our laptops or computer labs before with your own login, well, guess what? Your School Loop login and password is the same thing.
But what if I forgot my password, Mr. Puebla? Well, unfortunately, School Loop will not be able to help you. If you forget your password, check in with any of your teachers and they can either tell you what the password is or they can reset it for you through their Zangle teacher login. We can only reset passwords on School Loop for parents and guardians.
Once you're logged in, the first thing you're going to see is your portal. This is the main page and it has a ton of useful information. Let's go ahead and explore some of these areas briefly for you. When looking at your portal page, it's hard not to miss your grades. Under the Academics tab, you will see your current grades for all your classes. Now at first, you may not see your grades, so you'll need to make sure you select Show Grades. Once they're displayed, you can do a few things to see more details. If you click on the black arrow next to your IB grade, you will get a quick rundown of scores you received for assignments you've turned in. If you click Full Progress Report here or up here, this will take you to a page with all your published grades for the class, including the grading scale used. As your teachers start inputting more scores into School Loop and publishing them, you will see this report grow.
Second, take a glance at your academic tab and see if you have any zeros. If you see anything other than a zero, then guess what? You have assignments which were never turned in. If you click on Zeros Alert, this will take you to a page with all your current zeros. This is definitely not a good thing because clearly you're not turning in assignments. And guess what? Counselors, the principal, and even parents get summary reports on the number of zeros that are under your name. If these get out of control, expect us to get involved quickly to fix this problem. Next up is your tasks. Here you will see your current assignments. A few things to point out here. Pay close attention to your due dates and make sure you get things turned in on time. If you click on an assignment, you'll see a bit more information, including what category this affects. Your teacher may even ask you to submit an assignment electronically, in which case you would use the submission tool.
On your calendar, you will see a breakdown of all assignments which have been submitted by your teachers. This is a great place to look and get a big picture of everything you have coming up in each of your classes. You can toggle between views if you prefer to look at everything in a whole month view.
One of our final sections is located on your portal's right-hand side. Here you will find a few things. First off, if you have any new mail, you will see a mail button at the top. Second, you have the power to approve access to your parent or guardian. If you see their name here, then it means they're waiting for you to approve access to your portal. Go ahead and select approve for them. Third, you'll see any school news that staff has posted. Make sure you read this and stay up to date on all news items. Discussions started by any of your teachers will show up here, as well as current projects. They'll notify you if you need to utilize this area. Going back to your main portal page, we also want to quickly bring your attention to this handy toolbar at the very top. LoopMail is very important. If you ever have a question or concern and wish to communicate with your teacher, feel free to send them an email. Either click here to open the mail page, or you can click here to email the teacher directly. It's your choice. Next is Dropbox, which some teachers may be using in class. It's a neat way to submit a class assignment digitally. If your teacher is using this feature, they will explain procedures to you more carefully. My Locker lets you store files you may need for later. Think of this like a cloud or flash drive where you can save documents to. And lastly, it's your calendar link, which gives you the same information we talked about earlier.
Now that we've gone over all the major components of School Loop, let's do a quick review of key points you should remember.
First, you'll want to use Google to search for our School Loop login page. If you're working from home, then it'd be a smart thing to bookmark that page on your computer.
Second, your login and password is the same as your school technology password. If you're new to our school, remember, use your first and last name initial, ID number, and then the temporary password is WILTSI1 with a capital W.
Third, if you forget your password, ask a teacher to help you retrieve it.
Fourth, parents will receive nightly emails with your grades, so stay on top of them and no slacking off.
And fifth, remember to use that email tool to communicate with your teachers or counselors when needed. And lastly, many of you have smartphones. If you have one, then I'd strongly encourage you to download the School Loop app. It's available for both Android and iPhones. You'll use the same login information to access your grades. Thank you for watching and listening carefully throughout this video. Remember, if you need to see this video again, access it on our WILTSI YouTube homepage. We hope you feel better prepared to use School Loop.
And in case you still have questions about School Loop, feel free to drop by the Pause Center and we'll be happy to help you. Have a great day.